Hey there, Facebook friends and YouTubers. We're about to go on another virtual bicycle ride. Please come join me. I'm going to inspire you by doing this whole thing without my right leg. It's missing above the knee. Got an artificial leg. And this leg right here is full of metal plates and screws. I'm going to show you the image, the x-ray. Here it is. That's an x-ray of my actual leg. Okay, so this morning, it's a sunshiny morning. Tonight it's supposed to rain. It's been real dry lately. And I think we're gonna have quite a bit of dust to deal with. We're headed north of Gainesville. We're going out on these gravel roads. This is gonna be about a 16-mile ride. I'm not gonna cut any footage out of this ride because I want y'all to be able to join me for the whole ride whenever you want. And if you can't get to it until it's raining tonight, or if you're in some other part of the world where you're stuck inside in the snow, or for whatever reason, you want to watch this footage as you do your exercise, that's what I'm making it for. There are people who do jumping jacks and watch my footage. So I really don't know what you're going to use it for, but I'm happy that you're joining me. I'm riding a bicycle. You could be walking, using a stationary bike, elliptical, doing exercises on the floor of your living room. I think you'll enjoy this footage, and I enjoy your company. I'm in a little town called Gainesville, Texas. It's the furthest town north on I-35. It's about an hour north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So I'm happy to have y'all along. I don't know what your background stories are. Some of you I do, some of you I don't. But I think we're all gonna get along because we're not gonna talk about anything on this bike ride that we can argue about. We're just going to comment on scenery, talk about the weather, and just the things we see on this ride. Coronavirus pandemic is in full swing. We're about 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, so the numbers are skyrocketing. A lot of people are watching my videos just because they don't get a chance to get out like this. Can't get a bicycle because bicycles you can't, you know, because of the pandemic, you can't even get a bicycle right now. This bicycle that I've got, that I'm riding right here, sold out. People who want it, they can't get it. So it's great to be indoors on a stationary bike. Enjoy this beautiful day. Let's put in the work. Doesn't matter how hard you work in front of a computer to buy material possessions, God's gonna appreciate this work because you're out here enjoying the natural environment that He created for you. He wants you to get out here and work to see it and enjoy it. And you're enjoying it with me, even though you're in your home. We're funneling it into your computer screen, your TV, your monitors on your wall. How's it going? Let's get this work in, this exercise. Let's enjoy it. Let's make it enjoyable. It is work. It's hard work. That's why most people don't do it. But we're gonna try to make it as enjoyable for y'all as we can. This is a ride I do several times a week, but today the sun is just bright. Makes for good footage. Oh, we got a train up there. We may have to wait a little while for it. So I said this will be an uncut video. I may cut some of it if I'm just sitting there waiting for a train. We'll just have to see what it looks like when we get there. We're almost out of pavement. Yeah, we do have a train. So you can't really time your bicycle rides around the train. We've got about 75 trains that come through this town every single day. And we've only got one bridge. It's actually not even a town bridge, it's a state bridge. And it's the only bridge that goes over this railroad. So pretty much everybody waits around for trains when they come through town. Just the way it is here. Sale barn off to the left. They sell cattle and horses and pigs and goats and all kinds of stuff. Livestock. Here's our train. We would normally cross right there, but since we can't, I'm going to ride parallel to these railroad tracks for a little while until it passes, and then we'll head off that way. Let's see what we've got. What's shipping around America? What's popular right now? Well, UPS freight. UPS freight's very popular right now. Got stuff shipping around in the mail all over the country. UPS, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of goodies. Man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to find the end of this thing. Hopefully it doesn't just decide to stop in the middle of town. All right, we're gonna turn around because we've got the road's too messed up ahead. FedEx. A lot of FedEx and JB Hunt Trucking. No telling what's on the train. I'm sure they don't want us to know what's in those box cars. right, the end of the train is coming, y'all. I'm gonna turn around. We'll get a look at the end of the train right here. We didn't have to wait too long. Fortunately, they didn't decide to stop. Knock on wood, they could still stop. I hear another one coming from the other direction, so there's our last box cars right there. FedEx and JB Hunt Cargo. So we will cross now and enjoy the rest of our ride. Put in about an extra quarter mile because of that, maybe a half mile. We're gonna wait for these arms to go up. We don't want to shoot out there and have another train pop out from behind the train that we were just waiting for and hit us. Okay, now we can go. All right, so that train actually did stop just right over there, so we're lucky it didn't stop right in front of us. Fortunate. Here we go to enjoy this beautiful morning out on the roads, not knowing what's going to happen as it unfolds in front of us. All right, crossing this track, pretty bumpy. I'm looking forward to the rain, y'all. Tonight it's gonna rain because I'm looking forward to it because it's gonna make these roads better. All these rock trucks have been dropping gravel down. All these cars and trucks have been driving over these roads, causing them to washboard out. Haven't had any moisture. There's dust. There's loose rocks rolling around. It's powdery. It's just a really unstable road, all these roads out here. So the rain, if we get a good rain, it's gonna get it all wet, soak it down. These cars and trucks are going to drive over it, pack it down. It's going to be a better surface to ride on. Some people bringing pets into Noah's Ark. I think that's actually the veterinarian bringing some pets into Noah's Ark. The veterinarian, that's the veterinarian who does a lot of charity work, spay and neutering for Noah's Ark. It's nice that people use their skills to provide charity in situations where that skill is a coveted and needed resource. Just like my skill out here of riding a bicycle is a coveted and needed resource. A lot of people can ride a bike. Not many people can ride as far as I can. Very few people in the world. There aren't many professional cyclists out there who can or who ever have ridden as far as I've ridden. And because of my obvious disability of not having a right leg or any of the muscles below the knee or a knee on the right side. And then what's not so obvious is all the metal on the left side, but you know, I showed you the picture of that when the video began. So it's all disability. It's all represents people's excuses reasons for not doing exercise, the hard work that God really wants you to do. As I said earlier, he doesn't care how hard you work to accumulate material possessions, because you can't bring those material possessions with you to heaven. It's because he doesn't want them. He don't care about them. But what he does care, he's about is what you've done with your life. And he's going to download your brain when you get to heaven, if you get to heaven. He's going to scan your brain, everything you did, and he's going to say, did this person get out there and appreciate the beauty that I made? Did they work hard in the world that I created for them? Not the world that man created for them, but the world that I created for them. And what he created is nature. And so these gravel roads are going to get us about as close to nature as we can get for a 16-mile ride coming out of Gainesville, Texas today. And that's a lot closer than those of you who live in the city or more crowded countries are going to get. So I'm really happy to have you along to let you see this through the clarity of a camera lens on a beautiful day, when it may not be a beautiful day where you're at. You may not be able to get outside. Maybe because of the virus, it may be because of an assortment of other reasons. I cannot predict. It's different for everybody. How's it going, farmers? How y'all doing? Good. Good. How your cows doing? Good. The farmers know, they know about God's creations. They get out there and see it in the morning time. Those cows that they're taking care of are God's creations, and they're going to feed the public, either through having babies or through slaughtering those babies to feed people. All right, so we're coming up on a busy road. We just gotta look both ways before we cross it. Look clear on the left, look clear on the right. Look again, again, again. We're gonna make it. All right. We're going to leave the city limits. We may have already left the city limits. I don't know. There's not a sign right here that says where the city limits begin or end. Yeah, we're still in the Gainesville city limits. I know that because there was a dog up here that came and kept biting at my leg, and the city came and gave him a ticket. So we're not, I think right on top of this hill is where city limit ends. For those of you who are just tuning in and who haven't watched any of my videos before, remember that you can make these videos faster. If you're a YouTuber, you can't do it on Facebook, I don't believe. You can increase the resolution on Facebook. You can click on the gearbox settings and increase the resolution on YouTube. They're just going to play it in, I think, 480 pixels. You can bump it up to at least 720 pixels. That's going to make you able to see like the little details, like the rocks and more of the fine detail of this ride. If you want to get it done faster, you can speed up the entire video. You can speed it up to twice the normal speed on YouTube. You slow it down. When you speed it up, I don't sound like a chipmunk. I just sounds like I'm talking faster. A little bit of a higher pitched voice, but it makes the ride go faster. So if you do that, you'll actually be going faster on this route than you would if you were in the Tour de France. Real easy. This video, you have a lot of controls. You can keep it exciting for your exercise session. If this normal speed doesn't appeal to you as much, so just want to remind y'all of that. But we're covering so much ground and covering so much distance really that I don't want to just talk the whole time. Just tell you the truth, I get lost in my own thoughts as I'm riding. Camera's still rolling. You're welcome to get lost in your thoughts as the scenery unfolds. You're welcome to turn on music. Copyright laws prevent me from putting music into this video, but they don't prevent you in your own home from listening to whatever music you want to as this scenery that I'm filming unfolds for you. We are officially on the gravel now, though. Gravel's real loose and powdery at that turn back there. This weather is so great for this time of year. I think it's maybe December 9th. Don't hold me to that, but give or take a day or two. It's real nice here in Texas right now. Tonight it's gonna rain and get colder. I don't know when we're gonna see another day it's gonna be this nice, except yesterday was this nice. All right, we got a truck coming up from behind. Not sure, it's an 18-wheeler. He's going real slow, so at some point he'll decide to pass us slowly. And y'all will get to see when he does. I'm glad he's slowing down though, because it can be dangerous. I'll slow down, he'll slow down. It's hard to get over real far because the rocks get real bumpy on the side, but I'm gonna do it. He waved at me. Cook County Precinct 1. Whoa, there's a rock truck. Real dusty. Oh, just coughing up that dust. See if there's any more behind us. I don't see another one behind us, so that is good. Yesterday there was a train of 4 of them behind me, caravan. So obviously they're still at work dropping rocks onto this road. They probably know that it's going to rain tonight too, and they just want to get these rocks out here while the road's easy to work. Then let it rain, then let the traffic, you know, the traffic really does a big part of the job of maintaining these roads. They put everything into place, but then the cars and trucks have to drive over it to pack it down. Weather plays a big role too. For example, right now, if it doesn't rain, it stays loose, powdery, doesn't pack down. Oh, we got another truck coming from way behind. It's gonna be a while before it gets here, but yeah, I can see it. It's another, at least one more 18-wheeler coming. I may have to stop and brush the dust off of my camera lens before this ride is over at this rate. Somebody on the road crew, that's a Precinct 1 County road crew individual. All right, the big 18-wheeler is getting closer to us, y'all. I'm gonna get over to the far left so they can pass. I'm gonna start going slower. Let them get around us. Get as far here to the left as I can. Luckily the wind's blowing some of that dust out of our face. It's our best view into Oklahoma right here. WinStar Casino, Thackerville right there. The dust is kind of clouding our view a little bit, but that's what we've got right there. Right there is a casino, WinStar Casino. And we are in Texas, and that valley down there's got the Red River in it. As those of you who've done this video with me already know on different days, real powdery on this turn too. Powdery and loose. We've got another rock truck behind us, but it's way back there. We're not going to see it until it catches up, which will be a while. So we got a cement truck coming in front of us, coming down that hill over there. We got the rock truck behind us. We're gonna stay on this side of the road. Y'all can tell which way the wind's blowing. It's carrying the dust towards Oklahoma from Texas. So it's blowing out of the south. So we've still got the big rock truck behind us. It's way back there. We may be able to climb this hill before he even gets to us. Yeah, I think we're gonna be able to. But dang, it's powdery and loose right here. Oh. There, y'all ought to be able to see him back there. All right. He's catching up with us. Well, let's get up this hill. Oh, that'll give us an incentive. Oh, it's washboarding. Man. Oh, get my trekking pole out. All right, we made it. Man, it's bumpy. It's the washboarding. It really happens a lot on these hills that are steep like this. So he's behind me. I'm gonna get over here, let him pass. Well, that was kind of a thrill. You know you got to get up that hill when you got a truck like that on your tail. Man, look how powdery this is. It's like a sand pile. It's like fog. All this dust. It's not really harmful to breathe, it's just irritating. It's not like asbestos. It's going to cause cancer. It's just dirt. Powderized rock. So I think the theme of this ride is going to be county maintenance on the roads, just because we've already had 3 big rock trucks pass us. The reason they did that is because they're doing county maintenance, and I think up here we're going to pass them because they both turned right on this same road that we're about to turn right on. So we're probably going to run into all these rocks dumped on the road grader, all that maintenance that's going on right now. So all the scenery is great, but there's always something a little different on every ride, and today I think it's going to be that we're going to see a lot of county maintenance on the roads that we're traveling on. Which is good, because these roads, they need some maintenance right about now. I'm gonna stop right here for a second and dust off my lens. Yeah, sure enough, we got a lot of dust on the lens right here, so I'm gonna get it off. There we go. That way y'all got a better view. We got another 18-wheeler coming though. It's gonna kick up a lot more dust. It's behind us. I can't see it, but I can hear it. Yeah, here comes rock truck number 4. So we're gonna get as far down to this road as far down it as we can. But I'm guessing he's gonna turn down this road and follow us, pass us. We'll see. We still got all this dust up here from the previous trucks, still floating in the air. Oh, he's on our tail. He's moving fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn left into this driveway and just give him the space to pass, because it's too rough up there on the sides of the road. I don't want to risk him passing by too closely. Bent Rock Ranch, that's where we are. So I'm gonna wait a little bit because we don't have much of a crosswind right here. It's mainly just straight out of the south. It blows the dust right in our face. It is a little bit of a crosswind, so we'll blow it off that way a little bit, but it's gonna take a little longer than if it was just coming straight out of the east. So it's too dusty. It could be like create like a fog type situation where I could end up not being seen by a truck driving in the fog, and then it could smack into me. All right, I think it's had enough time. Off we go. This is really a great way to wake up in the morning, y'all. Getting the blood pumping, starting to sweat. I'll tell you, it's really great for me because the temperature, it's still pretty dang low. It's probably like 50, 52, 54 degrees. The wind is not too bad. Because we've worked up a sweat, I think it's just the right speed. Y'all be sure to turn your fans up so y'all can feel that. If you're sweating, then turning the fan up is gonna make that sweat feel great. It's gonna cool you off. You'll get that feeling that I'm feeling right now. Great feeling. Great way to start the day. Boy, that dust is still pretty thick. I'd like to do a ride to Marysville this weekend for y'all, but I don't know if the weather's going to cooperate. I don't know. I like to get one good big ride in every weekend lately. But we'll just have to wait and see. If not this weekend, then eventually we'll do a ride out there. We'll do multiple rides out there. From now on, I'm uploading whatever I want and videotaping everything, just for safety. Byproduct of that is that I've got all this footage that y'all seem to like, so I like it too. I like going back when I can't ride it and watching it, exercising indoors with it. I don't hear anybody coming from up ahead or behind, so I think we're pretty safe. This little S shape in the road though, it can hide things. It can hide traffic, bicycles. You don't want to get smacked by somebody speeding around the curve. But luckily the curves here are pretty sharp, so you got to slow down or you're just gonna go flying off the road anyway, even if you're by yourself. Unless you hug the inside of the road with your car, which is why I like to get out here on the outside. Somebody may think they can speed around and then stay on the inside of that embankment right there, and then that's not where I want to be if that's their mindset. All right, just got to climb this hill. We're going against the wind. Y'all got to turn up your resistance. For me, the hills are like sprinting. You can't predict where they're going to be in the ride, but you know you're going to have to really work to get up the hill. And so they simulate what would be a sprint for me. It's where I feel the burn. It's where I try the hardest. Even though I'm not going any faster than I would be on flat terrain, probably actually going slower, I'm actually working a lot harder. Almost to the top, y'all. Come on, let's push, push. Huh. Spin, spin. All right, we're flattening out. We're leveling out. Whew, we still got the wind in our face, but we're not climbing anymore. We're about to be going downhill again. We made it to the top of this hill, y'all. Good job. We're pretty high up, so the headwinds are a little faster up here, a little more punch behind them. So let's keep working as we go into this headwind. All right, this is newly dropped rocks right here. These trucks, those trucks we saw back there, they go continuously. They just pull a button up in the cab and all those rocks drop down onto the road, and they don't ever even stop. They just go back to the rock pit and get more rocks. Just drive all day back and forth. And then this grader up in front of us, he smooths them out. But these rocks we're riding on right now, probably the same rocks that were in the truck that passed us just a few minutes back. Got to figure out which side of the road the grader wants us to pass him on. Okay, he wants us to pass him here on our left. He's hugging the right, so that's what he wants us to do. He doesn't have much space to work with. These fences, you know, the fence right here goes right up to the road. No ditch at all up here. Well, that's skill. He's driving backwards. I waved at him, he waved back. He's watching as he drives through his mirror to drive backwards. Not even looking back, just looking into the reflection of the road behind him. But I am glad they're dropping rocks on this road, because it's been red dirt. It's been in bad shape, so these rocks are going to really improve the ride quality once it rains and gets packed down some. Now it gets real loose. This has not been graded yet, these rocks here, so we've got to be careful to make it through the next 200 yards here. Careful on these loose rocks. Now this is the red dirt that was on the road before they started dropping rocks. This is what it looked like. All right, we made it past that section of maintenance. I think we'll be pretty clear from here on out, but who knows? You know, sometimes there's multiple road crews working, multiple road graders. Just never know. As you can tell, he hasn't been right here, hasn't done any grading, because we do have the washboard pattern going on right here. So I'm sure I'll get to it later on today. Yeah, those trucks, they're already at the rock pit. I'm sure they'll come back and drop rocks right here. That's some serious washboarding. Boom, 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 up and down. It gets a lot more serious than that though. When I did the Hotter Than Hell 100 and the Chupacabra 200, I did that last August 2019. And man, when I got out there on those gravel roads, I'd never seen washboarding like I saw there. I mean, it was just all the way across. Every 6 inches you had a dip in the road. You either had to go slow or have really good suspension on your bicycle to make it through that. Clay County. It was in bad shape that year. But that's okay, that's what we signed up for when we get out here on these gravel roads. That's what gives us a huge reduction in traffic level. Makes it safer for us. A little slower, but a lot safer. Now we got a little bit of pavement. I like these new tires I've got here. They handle pavement better than the previous ones I had. They're good hybrid tires. They're big and fat. They get over the gravel, but we got a truck behind us. But they handle this pavement better too. A lot of times, you know, you got the big knobby tires and they get on the pavement and you just hear this and it's slower. But these tires are more geared for gravel and hybrid riding, where you end up on some pavement like this. So they sound good on the pavement, feel good enough on the gravel. They're called fast rolling tires. That's what you would call these tires. They're big, they provide the stability, but they have a little bit of a sacrifice in traction. But with that sacrifice comes a faster ride. I'll turn up the resistance now. This hill is Pretty steep. Fairly big, fairly steep for this route. Feel that burn. Burning up the hill. Burn your muscles up. They will come back stronger. Almost there, y'all. Just keep on trying. You'll get there. We'll get there. All right, now it's leveling out. We made it. We're at the top. Good job. Got a worker up here to our right. Two guys. Back on gravel. And another trailer house right here. I remember that being there the last time I rode by, which was yesterday. So I don't know, maybe it was there. Maybe I just didn't notice it. Or maybe they moved it in during the night. Big double wide trailer house. All right, we're not gonna go too fast down this because the gravel's really loose. But it's tempting. It's a great hill. You really get some speed going on it. Got some work going on over here. Not sure what they're gonna do right there. Maybe build a house. I don't know. Oh man, we got the rock truck again behind us. Ah, man, dusty. Ugh. Huh. What we don't want is for that dust to hide another truck coming up behind us. So I don't see anything back there. We're good. We are climbing a hill though, so y'all get to work. Come on, let's turn up that resistance on your machines. Let's do your push-ups. Let's do whatever work it is you're doing in your virtual experience. Let's turn up our intensity right now. Come on. We're spinning up this hill. We're putting in this work. Come on, come on. Almost there. Almost there, y'all. Come on, spin. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we made it to the top of the hill. I'm gonna check my lens here on the camera. We got probably some dust accumulating. I just want to optimize y'all's viewing experience. Sure enough, we got a little dust. All right, it's clear, almost. There, now it's clear. Okay, put it back on and we'll continue on our ride. Beautiful out here. Wish I could put my cows out on this pasture. They would love that. Having to feed my cows hay right now, so that's not ideal. But you know, it's winter time, late fall. That's how it goes. If you don't have awesome pastures like that, you know, to let your cattle graze on. I may not have the prettiest land, but I have the prettiest cows. I may not have access to the prettiest land. Well, I do, I just don't have access to enough of it to have as many cows as I want. But my cows sure are pretty cows, very well-bred cows. Registered Black Angus. But what I was about to say is, my cows are the prettiest, really. I see a lot of cows, you know, people that got a lot of land and they don't have very good quality cows on that land. And I think, you know, if those people are leasing their land out to a farmer, they would be wise to lease to me, because I have the prettiest cows, the most well-behaved cows, most productive cows. Meaning my cows are going to feed more people than some of these old scraggly cows that grow slowly out here on a lot of this land that's being leased out to farmers who just, they aren't as educated and aren't making as good of decisions that I would make when it comes to cattle selection. Cows you select to put on the land, they need to be productive. This gravel is so loose right here that you don't want to make any sudden changes in direction. It's good for going fast if you're going in a straight line, but if you made a sudden change in direction, you would go down and lose your traction real fast. Got to be real gradual. Slow down before you turn. See, I'm going slow right here. Some of these racers come out here, they're used to road racing, and they get on a turn like that and they'll just go down, lay down on their side, sometimes break a femur. This gravel's different, way different than the road. Pavement, way different than pavement racing. Your regular road racing is, you gotta be patient. You gotta be skilled. You gotta have more skill, really, because you're on a surface that is moving. It's unstable. You're riding on an unstable surface. It's different every day, depending on the weather, or road maintenance, humidity, history, long-term rain, drought, whatever. So living, breathing road, these gravel roads are living and breathing compared to pavement road. It stays the same all the time. Pretty much, relatively speaking. We develop a new skill set every time we get out on this gravel because of that changing dynamic of the surface. The major change that you have to deal with on pavement is when it's wet. You got to worry about that oil on the surface floating up on top of that water, making it slick. Whereas here, that same rain's just going to turn the road into mud and mush. All right, we are climbing though. Keep that resistance turned up. We got a crosswind, so no headwind yet. We're going to turn into it up here when we head back to Gainesville and turn to the left. Well, we got a cement truck behind us. It's probably headed to this cement plant right here on our left, right here. So it's gonna throw a little dust in our face. Unless we can beat it to the cement plant, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It might. We will see. Yeah, he's gonna let us get over here and beat him to the entrance. Well, he's not gonna let us. We're just not gonna let him beat us. We're the ones putting in the physical work, so that's how we're gonna look at it. He doesn't need to be going fast anyway with all that weight. There he is. I don't know if y'all can see him. He's turning in right there, I think. Yeah, sure enough. we finally made it up this hill. We're still going against the wind though. It's kind of got me worn out a little bit. Gotta catch my breath right here. Okay. Now we're gonna pick it up again. That didn't take long. Doesn't take long to get a little recovery there on your bike. Or on your machine, or in your home, in your living room. Doesn't take long to recover. We start pedaling again. Start moving again. Our buddies are the machine. All these cars crossing these, going down these roads, they are carrying passive passengers. They're doing all the work. The passengers are just sitting there doing nothing. This is a lot different. We're doing all the work. We are the machines. The bicycle is, it's just a frame and wheels and pedals. It doesn't go anywhere without us. We gotta wait for this traffic though. This road's pretty busy. I think we're gonna be clear on the left once this truck and car go by on the right. All right, here we go. We're good. I'm delighted y'all are joining me, but to tell you the truth, God is delighted too, because you're training a body that He made. He made your body, and here you are showing Him respect by doing your best with what He gave you to turn that body into a fine-tuned machine that can do this kind of work. That's what you're here for. To use your body the best you can. All right, we got a car right here on the right. I'm gonna let it pass us. Nice lady smiled and waved at us. Because someday when the race is done, we're all gonna be sleeping out there in that field. Our graves are gonna be the same amount of space. All we can take with us is our experiences. And since God made our bodies, He's gonna say, did you take care of my body? A body I gave you. And these workouts, they are going to give the answer to that question. Yes. Yes, I exercised. I stayed healthy. I lived as long as my body could carry me through this life. So that's why I'm glad to have y'all. Just glad to have y'all along doing something productive, putting in some real work. And when I say real work, I mean work that God places value on. Now He's going to reward you for in the afterlife. Let's power up this hill, y'all. Come on, let's go. We're going against the wind. We're working, we're burning up this hill. We're going over this washboarding, all that mess right there. We're powering through it, powering up. let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's burn. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's make it up this hill. You can do it, you're gonna do it, you've done it. We're leveling out, that's good. That's the kind of washboarding I'm talking about right there. That's the stuff that gravel is all about. Getting over that stuff. You don't see that anywhere but gravel, the washboarding like that. Going downhill, but we're still going against the wind, so we're pedaling and working. Come on, come on. No trains. We had to wait on one on the way out here, but we're clear on the way back. Sometimes they catch us both ways. Not today, just one way. got a pedestrian up here in front of us carrying a big bag on his back and a little bag in his left hand. I'm gonna come up from behind, pass him on his right. How are you doing? Good. Older gentleman, he had two big white bags in his right hand. Looked like his clothes in those bags to me. A lot of laundry. Nice motorcycle. I wouldn't mind riding around on that if I wasn't into exercise. If I just wanted to get out and see everything without having to put in any work. That looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Until you go down on that gravel and lose another leg, break a hip, get killed. The body, it's a great machine, but it's also a great self-regulator. It's not going to let you go 80 miles an hour down a gravel road like that crotch rocket would. Get you killed. We got a car right here. We're going to go right between it and the curb. Beautiful day, y'all. I'm so glad you came with me. I didn't talk just a whole lot because I really take this time to think a lot of times. Sometimes when I'm thinking, keep my mouth shut. But weather was really nice. Weather's been really nice. It's a bright, sunshiny day. I hope y'all can enjoy this on a cloudy day this winter. I'm gonna upload it. This route I do a lot, so I'm gonna upload it on today's date, you know, whatever that is, and I'll name it the same thing as I name all the other rides, but where you can distinguish these rides, where you can tell them apart from each other is by the date. I put these rides up in chronological order, in the order that I do them, so you can just go on my YouTube or Facebook page, probably YouTube, and watch them in the order that I upload them. How are you doing? Good. Let's see how far we went. 16.71 miles. Finish. Save. Give y'all a little more information about this ride. It's about a mile longer than the one I did last night. I didn't have to wait on a train. All right, so I'm gonna give you the stats on this ride we just did. I averaged 10.2 miles an hour. It looks like there was about 500 feet of elevation climb. Again, 16.71 miles. Maximum speed was 29.5 miles an hour. So y'all just enjoy this footage for your workout. You enjoy it however you want. And just remember, you've got a lot of tools on YouTube to speed it up, increase the resolution. It was great having y'all along. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.